Well, walk me through this past weekend. What was it like? We'll get into kind of the historicness of the run, but what has it been like since you got back on campus? And I know there was some spring break involved, so I don't know if anyone's back yet. But what has it been like to bring that championship back to Malone?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're all sore, that's for sure. It was a long battle, long week for us, but it kind of didn't hit us for a while because we just didn't realize how big that was until about a day ago when we seen the selection show and realized we were actually in the national tournament is when it kind of hit us. So yeah, I mean it's a great opportunity. We were so glad that we could bring home the trophy.
Well, for those maybe who haven't been following our tournament, you guys came in as the 7 seed. You had to travel in that first quarterfinal game. You were able to take down Kentucky Wesleyan, who was the 2 seed, and that allowed you to take the trip to Hillsdale. They were the 3 seed and the host, as our 1 and 2 seed were upset in the quarterfinals. Got a close win over them, and then you found yourselves in the championship against Thomas More, who was a 4 seed. So we had a 4 and a 7 seed in the championship. So they don't call it March Madness for nothing. But
Yeah.
but walk me through those 3 games. Let's start with the Kentucky Wesleyan one, kind of the mindset of the group as you head in the underdog necessarily in that game, but you were able to
hmm
come out with a 10-point win down in Owensboro.
Yeah, we were really confident all three games going into it. Kentucky Wesleyan had beat us twice during the regular season by 2 points both times, so we knew we were right there with them both times, and we had played better on the road during the whole season, so we figured go in there with confidence and just battle, play as hard as you can, and understand that it's win or go home. So yeah, that was a gritty win for us to start our tournament off, and then that really gave us the edge. Like, okay, we can actually beat these teams. We can do this. So and then I'd say Hillsdale was probably our hardest game as far as it was just a grind the whole game. They didn't go away. Um, their offense is really hard to guard, and we were just managed to make some big shots down the stretch and gave us that confidence going into the championship game, which we obviously shot the ball really well in and played some good defense all three of those games. So yeah.
Congratulations on your fourth consecutive GMAC tournament title, as well as the regular season title. Selection Sunday for you guys wasn't quite a surprise because we knew you were going to be in. Maybe didn't know exactly where you'd fall, but had a pretty good idea. Knew you guys would probably be traveling up to Grand Valley. Just talk about what it means to have another GMAC title under your belt and to know that you're dancing for the fourth year of your career there at Ashland.
Yeah, I'm super thankful and blessed to be a part of this program and on this team underneath great leadership of coaches and just on a great team of great teammates. So, winning the GMAC title for the fourth year in a row is super exciting and obviously something we want to celebrate. But as we look having a game tomorrow in the Midwest, we've got bigger goals ahead of us. And so just really trying to stay locked into that because there's something bigger for us, like a national championship.
Well, Morgan, you alluded to it right there. Quite the 4 years for your career over your time there in Ashland. And of course, you've been a part of national championship teams. You've been a part of several regional champions. What makes each year different, special? How do you prepare, knowing that the expectations in Ashland are obviously high? But in conversations that we've had with Coach Pickens on this podcast before, she always talks about, you guys playing within yourselves and worrying about what you all need to accomplish together before you really worry about that outside noise. So, what does a week like this look like coming off a GMAC title and knowing that you've been in this position before, but very easily your season can end with one loss, of course?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, like you had mentioned earlier, each team has looked different in my career. We've gone to different places and gone further in different years. Sophomore year, winning the national title. Last year, following in the regional. A week like this, we're continuing to prepare for these teams and honestly going one game at a time. Like we know that Ferris is a great team that we're playing tomorrow, so making sure we're prepared for them, but also focusing on ourselves and just continuing to build our confidence. We have great senior leadership on this team who have all had experience in playing in these types of games, and so really taking that into this weekend as well.